When Alaskan Bush People first came on TV, the Browns were shown as the perfect wilderness family, strong, close, and totally separated from the outside world. But as years passed, the truth behind that image started to fall apart. Brothers and sisters grew apart, relationships broke down, and hidden problems slowly came to light in ways nobody saw coming. From hospital emergencies to shocking accusations, sudden vanishings, and sad family splits, each Brown faced their own struggle. Some dealt with it privately, some in front of millions of people. Fans tuned in for the adventure. What they missed was the mess happening off camera, changing the family's future forever. Today, the biggest question is still there. What really happened to the Browns after the cameras stopped filming their world? Matt Brown's story is one of the most confusing and sad chapters tied to Alaskan Bush People. As the oldest son of Amy and Billy Brown, many viewers thought he had an easy life because of the family's reality TV fame. But behind closed doors, Matt dealt with a bunch of personal struggles, legal problems, and broken relationships that created a very different reality. His troubles first made the news in 2013, months before the show even started. Early one August morning in Juneau, Matt was arrested for DUI after reportedly crashing into a parked motorcycle in a Walmart parking lot. Police said he smelled really strongly of alcohol, acted weird, and blew almost twice the legal limit before getting sick during the breathalyzer test. He later spent 3 days in jail and 18 months on probation, a rough beginning to what would become a very public life. Things got worse after the family moved from the wilderness to Juneau in 2016. Matt started partying heavily with local people, which created a huge problem between him and his father. The tension reportedly got so bad it turned into a physical fight, and Billy warned that Matt's future on the show depended on him getting help. By 2017, his personal mess took an even more dangerous turn when a jar of gunpowder he'd kept in his refrigerator exploded, badly hurting him and sending him to intensive care. He later said it was meant to protect against bears, but admitted he'd gone too far. Matt went back to rehab in early 2019, checking into the Betty Ford Center. At first, his family seemed supportive, but their relationship quickly fell apart. Though Matt hoped to come back to the show, he stayed separated and never joined the cast again. Instead, he rebuilt his life his own way, starting a YouTube channel and opening up about long-time insecurities, including fixing his teeth after years of avoiding the dentist. Then in 2020, Matt faced his most serious problem yet when two women, his former assistant and former manager, accused him of sexual assault during a time of heavy drinking in 2018. Police looked into it, but the district attorney chose not to press charges. The accusations, combined with messages showing his brothers apologizing to one claimed victim, made the distance between Matt and his family even bigger. In the years after that, Matt publicly accused his late father of keeping the family's money and lying about their lifestyle on TV. His siblings, especially Bear Brown, said those claims weren't true and spoke out against Matt's statements. Right now, Matt is still separated from his mother and siblings, carrying a story marked by trouble, recovery, conflict, and the uncertain hope of making things right. Rain Brown was first known as the sweet wilderness-raised little sister who stayed close to Snowbird, taking care of animals and playing with dolls. As she grew up, she wanted more independence and even built her own house on the family property. But behind the scenes, Rain's journey became way more complicated and way more real. In 2017, she spoke publicly for the first time about her struggles with depression. She described days when she couldn't get out of bed and mystery pains that left her feeling empty inside. But she ended her message with strength, encouraging fans to listen to their bodies and not let dark feelings control them. That hopeful attitude showed again in 2018 when she lost her beloved cat, Chipmunk. She shared her sadness, but also found comfort in being able to say goodbye. Years later, things took a much heavier direction. In August 2024, Noah Brown and his wife filed a restraining order against Rain, accusing her of harassment and drug use. Noah talked about tense moments from a scary elevator argument during filming to heated fights about the family's horses. Despite how serious the claims were, The temporary restraining order was denied without a hearing because the court said the request didn't have enough detail and was based on old incidents. Shortly after, Rain showed up on Instagram, talking about the pressure she felt to look perfect. She fought back, telling followers she was done faking it and challenging anyone questioning her growth. Then, in April 2025, Rain faced legal trouble herself. She and Josiah Lorton were charged with burglary, trespassing, and property damage after Josiah's uncle reported valuable items missing from his rental house. According to the investigation, things ranging from cash and gold coins to guns and wine were gone, with neighbors supposedly providing video proof of Rain and Josiah at the scene. Both said they weren't guilty, and Rain claimed her former manager, who she accused of stealing from and mistreating her, was responsible for the accusations that got her arrested. Even during all the chaos, Rain kept talking directly to her supporters, relying on faith and saying she was innocent. She and Josiah had only been married 3 months when they were arrested after meeting while working together at a restaurant. Amy Brown has always been the heart of the Brown family, the calm voice, the gentle gardener, and the person everyone goes to when life in the wild gets too much. But behind that peaceful presence is a story filled with toughness, heartbreak, and strength that goes way beyond what viewers see on screen. Her biggest battle started in 2017 when she was diagnosed with stage 3 lung cancer. It forced the Browns to make a life-changing choice, leaving Alaska, the place they'd built their identity around. They moved to a 435-acre property in Washington, so Amy could be close to her doctors at UCLA. Billy described the move as earth-shattering, but he held on to one belief: the family would face it together. Amy, meanwhile, chose to keep filming through her treatment, hoping that sharing her journey would make the fear easier for others facing the same fight. Despite being given really low odds, she pushed through chemotherapy and radiation and was declared cancer-free the next year. But just as she started to heal, a wave of mean accusations hit the family. Online doubters claimed her diagnosis was faked for television drama. The rumors got so loud her doctor publicly confirmed her medical records, stressing how serious her illness was. Life dealt another emotional hit in 2018 when Amy's mother passed away. The loss was especially hard because they hadn't been talking. Then another tragedy happened in 2020. Amy's niece, Amber, died after suffering severe burns. More recently, Amy has faced new health scares away from the cameras. She was hospitalized for pneumonia in 2024 and again in early 2025, with the second time serious enough to need an airlift and ICU care. Thankfully, she recovered and spent time healing with Bear's family before going back to her own home. Snowbird Brown, known simply as Birdie to fans, has always been the quiet strength inside the Brown family. But in 2022, her strength was tested in a way no wilderness challenge ever could. Just as she was getting ready for a trip to Alaska, Bird started having severe stomach pain. It became so bad that she ended up on the floor, and doctors soon discovered the scary cause: a massive cystic tumor filling her stomach area and another hard growth pressing against her bladder, both starting from her ovaries. With cancer a real worry, she was rushed into surgery almost right away. The surgery showed the shocking weight of what she'd been carrying, one tumor weighing 8 pounds and another 4. Amazingly, surgeons were able to save her uterus and ovaries, keeping her ability to have children someday. Even better, tests proved she didn't have cancer. Bird plans to launch her own YouTube channel in 2025.